All right, all right, all right. We had a little bit of a weirdness here in the beginning here. For some reason, I clicked the end stream instead of start stream. But yeah, we're gonna be continuing with. Let's also see if we can fix the chat real quick. Chat. Oh. Chat, are you there, chat? Chat, my sweetest friend. Let's see here. Did it work? Yes, maybe. See if it works. There we go. There we go. There we go. Good, 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 good. All right. So now that that is finished, let's just set up. Yeah, there we go. Yep, yep, yep. Nope. Nope. Okay. How about something like that? All right. So we did like when I was closing last stream, I got the screws. I got the screws, the casting screws. Yeah. So I kind of got a little bit excited about that. So we now have the casting screws. I kind of didn't want to kind of risk not getting them. So if we look at our factory at the moment, what are we currently doing? We're doing. Let's keep doing this. And casting screws. Yes, that's kind of what we're looking at. So we can go in here now and do casting screws. Right? Yes. So that means we can take that one away. We can take that one away. We can take that one away. That one away. Oh, I completely forgot my freaking app. Why app? Because that's the way it is. And there we go. It's just so I can kind of see what you guys are seeing. It's just a thing. Just an old habit. Alright. Just an old hobbit. Alright, so you are now getting iron. Another thing that we need to fix. We need to fix it desperately? No, but we should. Just to kind of keep in mind. So can we just take away these? Because, I mean, do we need them? No. Oh, another thing. We probably would like to have some storage utilities here. Out the way. So that. Right. So we should potentially have, yeah, we have a lot of screws loose here. And then we're going to be down scaling. Because, actually, you know what? I think, so we are only using max 123.2 megawatts at the moment. Actually, we're using less than that because I don't know what I was thinking, but this is 30, not 60. I spent like 7 hours trying to figure that one out. So, so all of this can go into one line. That means you and you, and then we're going to need to have a merger here. So a merger between these two. Like that. And you go. Either that or we split it up. That is also something we could have done. Then again, we could just have gone back to the previous setup where here. So basically, since we are only using half here, I'm going to be doing half here. So only going to get 10 iron plates per minute. You are getting 7.5 per minute. That's 15, and then we would like to only spend 15 here. So that is what? 25. That's half. That's 12. 30 per minute. That's 15. There we go. So 15 plus 15, that's 30. Plus 30, that's 60. So that means we are using much less. Maximum consumption is now down to 87. But our production is basically halved. But that is the way it should be, right? That is the way it should be. So, how much stuff do we have left here? I'm kind of tempted to just put away some of the stuff here. Just, you know, our inventory is a little bit messy. And you're all putting 30, so we don't need to have like an extra rated thing here. Let's just throw away some iron plates in there. Good. So since we are using so little power now, I think we could actually start thinking about taking these away. And get a proper miner. So this is probably going to be the last time we do this. And we're going to get a proper mining operation set up. We're just using 80, 90 megawatts. Is there any possibility that we can keep all of it running now? So, what if we... So what is going to be our limiting factor here? So we are only producing 30 screws per minute. So I think that is kind of going to be our limiting factor here. 30 screws per minute. And you're going to need... Actually, it's going to be 15 screws per minute. Oh, that was very close. 16.5. No. Other way. Nope. 3. 2. 2, 2, 5. We can't do that. so that is the best we can get. So close to 15 screws. So then we are producing 15 screws here. Oh no, we're not. 15 screws. Okay. So if we do that, then you're going to be making how many? 0.3 rotors per minute, and you're going to be making 0.3 and 0.32 rotors. Okay, 0.3 rotors, and we're producing 0.3 here, right? Yeah, so 0.3. 0.3. So how much are we looking at now? We should potentially be able to run the entire factory now without breaking. Yes. Okay, so we can run the entire operation. But we also would like to max consumption 168. So let's see if we can squeeze in a drill as well. One drill. Requires iron plates. We need to have a splitter going in here. That will work. Theoretically, we don't kind of need these, do we? And this needs to be upgraded to Mark II. And we need to get power from somewhere. Ideally, we would have liked to have had power to here. Is there any other power lines up here we could have hooked it up to? That one. Go. So that is that is our entire factory running. And we still have 70. So that means we're going to be making a little bit of a surplus on things. A little bit, except for here. We could potentially... There's no point in increasing this, right? Because we're only making 30 screws per minute. 15 plus 15. Which I kind of think means we're going to be... No, we can't tap this anymore, can we? We can't take any more iron from here. So we have a couple of options here. We could either expand our factory, which probably isn't a good idea. This is kind of just good now, right? We're using 3.6. We're making 10. So we should be making a little bit of a surplus, which is nice. We should be making 7.5 rods, and we are using 3, so we are making a surplus here. Ideally, we would have like to have made a little bit of surplus on the screws as well. So I wonder if we should bring that down to 2. Can I do that? Did I do that? So now we're making 0.2 per minute. That should be good. 0.2 per minute, so that means a little bit more. Okay, so 0. Yeah, we're not making a lot. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Can we? I mean, we could theoretically just feed this, like. We have extra rotors or stuff like that, we can just manually feed it. That is a possibility. So if we go out and explore and such, right, we can always should be full, kinda. Just use the rest of that, and then we'll just drop that in the bin. Alright. That means we have a fully automated system here, but it's not going to go quick. This is kind of what we should have done from the very beginning. We have a fully operational battle console. Now, a fully operational thing, and we are 240. We could actually have doubled it. Maybe 240. That means we're gonna need to find and see if there is another pure iron node nearby. Where's iron? Iron. There we go. Yep, there's one here. And the next one is here in that direction. Oh. Is that like a little beastie I saw? So this is a normal node. We kind of would like to use a pure node for this. We kind of don't want to spend kind of don't want to impure node. Oh, it's just getting worse and worse. Oh, by the way, maybe we could jump over to the island here. To this island here. Now that we have both the leggings and the leggings and the something on top. What is this little dark patch there? Shadow? It's a shadow. Okay, let's do it. It's a treasure. With my little eye, little treasure. Did we actually? Oh gosh, I never thought about that. Did we?
We hum a simple melody into the effigy, yet we hear no harmony. It covers the temple in bones and organs and limbs, yet ignores our bleeding wounds. Scripture is needed. Consume.
A familiar pattern is emerging in your brain. Please assess yourself for signs of concussion. If necessary, a replacement pioneer will be dispatched. Work must continue. Replacement delivery schedule estimate. Error, years.
Right. Where did he go? Those two of them. Where did he go? No, it's not here. So yoink, yoink, yoink. And plates. Is that something we can pick up? No. Okay, so what do we need to open this? 15. Right, so we get 8 from here. Okay, so we're already on our way here. 7 from here. 12 from here. Okay, we're doing fine. Should be able to open you. Oh, another hard drive. Nice. Is there anything else here we should look at? We are out here. Can we? I feel like this is... No, actually, this should be fine. Nope, what's the matter? What do we have here? Normal. Iron, we have not been very lucky with. So far, we have only found one normal. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. So far, we have only found one. Oh, and we have this one. This is a pure node, right? So, the question is, though, do we want to, oh my, drag this node here? Wait, wasn't there one over? No, that was something else. Oh, there was one here. This was a normal node. So we only have 2 pure iron nodes here that we have found so far. Let's put it on the map. Okay. Can we? Move either the cat or the keyboard. So it's going to be the keyboard. Move that. Move that. Move that. And make a new marker here. Iron. pure. Select icon. Stamps. Select iron. Select color. Okay. So, do we have any other iron nearby? 200 chainsaws. We should also expand our production a little bit. Say production. And, expand our biofuel production. Underclocking is definitely the way to go. We want to have functioning factory. Oh. I kind of feel like we have so much coal and oil here that it's kind of coal and iron. That's great. Maybe we could also start thinking about... what? Who? Oh, you have a friend? Yoink! I almost said spider slug, but just like regular power slug. Spider slugs. Sounds horrible. I wonder what a spider slug looks like. Slug with 8 legs. I bet you if we jump down there, we're never gonna get back up, so let's not do that. Here? Cave? Cave? I had like a glorious idea here, but I can't. In the world here. Sure, I'll take you. Yeah, you're not getting to me, are you? So where was this iron node you spoke of? Over here. Don't get as much speed as I was hoping. Oh, that. Oh, sneaky little devil. Iron pure. Okay, so we have an iron node here as well. That one we have already checked, right? So yeah, iron is something we are actually not doing very well with. Now another thing I think we would like to do, and that is... we could theoretically have made... is that a cave or is it just a weird shadow? It's just a weird shadow. We could have thought about making some foundations and such. That could be a thing. $700. I'm not gonna bother with that. Not even gonna bother. So we have 3. So we could either... see, that was bauxite, right? Bauxite. Then we have you, which is normal. There was one node over here. What was that? Sulfur. Oh, it's a pure limestone. You're dead? Why did you drop a little? There you go. So pure limestone. How about copper? Copper was also something we struggled to find. I know there's a copper right next to us, but it's definitely not a pure one. It was a impure one. Yeah. Pure copper. Key. New marker. We never named these. Fresh. That is picked up. New marker. P. That was the other. Yeah, so what can I say? So I could either make. I kind of wonder if we should make foundations, maybe. Start to kind of make a little bit of a more structured area. What is that? That's just a random little thing. And, is that like a summer slip out there? No, Mercer spare? Right there. Big boy.
Witness a single strand of the tapestry. Our blood could fill the effigy veins for a respite song. Scripture becomes harmony, becomes composition. Defile our temple and the threads will sew the windows open.
Pattern analysis continuing. New instruction. Repeat pioneer exposure to alien artifacts. Brain damage compensation packages may be available on successful completion of a special claims form. Our expert Fix-It medical staff are impartial and always open to assess your claim.
Come on. Excuse me, sir. No. Hurt. I think we'll actually run away. Looks like we have a little bit of updraft. Oil. Yeah, iron has definitely not been our lucky thing. Copper impure, coal normal, coal normal. Let's go. So yeah, I think we'll set up like a little concrete factory. That should be easy. It's just a mine and checking. Switch things around a little bit last time. A little bit to go on. So I kind of would like to set up, well, the concrete is here, right? So we would like to have you and a constructor, right? You have everything you need for that. Just need to get you out of the way. I think we actually are mining the right thing here. Hey. Okay, so let's do a mining drill here. We'll do constructors and that kind of goes. Just straight from limestone to concrete. So you're gonna need 90 per minute. So that means we can if we like. You require what? 90 per minute. So that means we we can go scale routes. Minute 90 per minute. How much power are you using now? 17.1. How much money are we using here? We could do more though. Let's see here. So let's say we would like to make wires as well. That means we're gonna have to either find a pure node or a copper node. The closest copper node we have is an impure node. Which is absolutely not. 300 meters. Yeah. So we haven't been very lucky with well, the spawn rate of things. Not the rate, but like the spawn things. But when we get to when we need coal and oil, we're gonna be in a good position, right? So. I mean, what we could also have done... Now, hear me out. We could have just made wires manually. So let's do something like that. making alternative. Yeah, we'll just do that. We are going to be making 25 per minute. Fine. So we can take another smelter here. Here, and then we'll just manually put back all the miners. So, wait. 25 per minute. We're going to be 25. And then you're going to be having a splitter. Cables. Did I not set the recipe? 22.2. How is the regular one? 30. So 22 point. We'll use this one. It's 1-to-1. This is a little bit less efficient. I think we'll do this for now. And we'll make cables here. So we're going to be using half of this for cables and half of this for 15. 13, right? 30. So we would like only to use 15 for that. Hmm. 3.5 then. 3.6. 3.7. 3.8. Ah, right. 3.75. We can do that. There we go. Right. And then you're gonna go. Let's first of all see if we have enough power for all of this. How is the maximum now? Yeah, we're still doing it. And then we need to have a box. Gosh, if we only had some sort of system here. Can you imagine? Let's see those. So we're going to have one. Here. Right, and then we just need to get another box to store all the copper. That we're gonna have, of course, over here. Why you know? You're gonna need how much? That. I mean, we also have the other. That means we're gonna need to put an additional smelter in, right? Deuterium. Do we have that close by? 600 meters. So that's not what I would call close by. We do need to roll this. Right, so maximum now is 217. And we are still within range. Okay, so means let's just pick up the miner and we'll kind of align them in a neat line here. Let's give our machines something to work on. There you go. Copper. I'll be back. I think we're gonna need more trees. Solid fuel. Can I get like something like that? These goes in here and logs goes in here. So we'll try to make it a little bit more of an aesthetic build today. Get the foundations going. Oh gosh, you know what? We don't actually have that one. Oh. Never have too much wood in our pockets, right? Didn't take away the terrible flowers. I'm curious if they actually regrow, because I kind of feel like we have been here and shot down all the trees before. Didn't we, like, just cut down all the trees up here? Well, in that case, I'm not complaining. So we're gonna need all the trees. If it can grow from soil, then it's gonna be burnt to fuel my Yahoo. Katsky, could you please not roll over the keyboard, please? That is absolutely a no-go, Katsky. Cats is lying down here, trying to closer. Nope. Oh. Let's go and put this in the bio thing. Katsky, give me 1 second here. Katsky, I need both my arms, and I also need a little sip of Pepsi. So yeah, 20 out of 5,000. We're making progress, folks. Cheers. 20 out of 5,000. Yeah. All right. Get in focusing position here. Because now we're going to be doing something we haven't done in a very long time. We're going to be looking at Tier 1 base building. I think we can get that done right away. Almost. Concrete and logs. Should have an excess of that. Concrete and logs. Oh, but not very much. Concrete, I don't know how much they have made. We'll see. A little bit. Just enough for us to finish our goal here, so we can make bases. And I'll put you in there. And there we go. Gosh, that's been a while. Right. Off you go.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
There was another thing that I saw. What was that? Build gun? Where was that? It's not here. I swear I remember I saw something called a build gun in here somewhere. There we go. Build gun. Build gun soft adds a new tab to the build menu to customize from the Pioneer. Do we want to do that? Also get the awesome sync. I mean, it's not like we are producing anything that we can afford to throw away, but we have found quite a bunch of nonsense here that we could have. I mean, for example, let's say we run over to the SAM ore that we have somewhere out there, and we'll just put some burner drills, so some hand drills, whatever they were called, just feed stuff from, speaking of feeding stuff from stuff here. Right, should we start thinking about building a proper biomass how much is one foundation going to? Oh, we're also going to need iron plates. Oh, I forgot about that. Isn't there one that only requires concrete? Excuse me, sir. Private property. Shoot you. I feel I hear something that goes off sometimes. But yeah, I'm also tempted to do the resource sink. Let's do it. Well, there goes all of our stuff, right? Right. Now, how much did that cost? We could potentially also remove... Are they here? Remove these. And then I can also do some manual crafting. So manual crafting. What is down here, right? Hub. Hubba. Alright, make me some of these. I think it's cost 6. Gosh, the double recipe is brutal. It is brutal. Rods. Wires. And 1 million of those. It's raining, or am I just sweating, or are the birds pooping at me? I don't know what is happening. It's raining. that's good. I was a little bit worried that it was the birds that flew over us that pooped. It wasn't birds, maybe it actually was rain. Man, that is almost enough, isn't it? Enjoy. Are we doing this correctly, right? You 30 per minute. Taking 15 and 15 is going to be here. Yep. Wires. Anyway, I wanted to go up here. We manually craft some wires. Yes, we can do that. We can do that. So our inventories full of cables. Well, can't have a stream without some manual crafting. Oh, wait. Yeah, we need more. We need a lot more stuff. Well, maybe when we're done with the copper, we could... we also need... How much power does the awesome sink cost? Anybody know? We just need 40 concrete. There we go. Hello everyone. PC World. How are you doing? You repeat that I just put in. Repeat what? Oh, how much power a an awesome sink is costing to operate. I think that's kind of what we're working on at the moment. But I mean, we're kind of this close to figuring it out. There we go. Don't remember.
Milestone reached. You have been given access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as Awesome. Your awesome input allows Fixit to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly. In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency.
Excellent.
Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the awesome resource sink will grant Fixit coupons. These coupons can be redeemed in the Awesome Shop for highly desirable items such as new foundations, walls, factory attachments, cosmetics, parts, and more. Next time you have additional resources, just remember to go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
Go awesome. Alright. Let's see what it costs. Special, I guess. Awesome. Oh no. Gonna need more concrete and some... Is it rude if I just look in here and take those two? Thank you. But if I remember correctly, I usually have at least 4 or 5 auto feed biofuel running before I get it. I think we have more than that. We have, but remember we were playing on the 5 times power consumption, so we kind of limited with power. Okay, let's around. Let's get the screws. Let's get the screws, and oh, we need screws as well to make stuff, don't we? Screws. Where are you hiding? Oh, we don't need more cables. Enough screws. Actually, that might not be enough screws. We'll take. You know, it'll just take a couple of everything. That should do the trick, right? We need 5 of those. And of course we forgot the concrete. Here. Awesome shop. Let me have a look. No power. Okay, how much do you need to run? Doesn't say. Is it free to run? To hook a power line. Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't say how much power it consumes. Let's see here. So we're now. It's requiring quite a lot. We are not going to be able to have the awesome shop running. No, we can't afford that. That's going to crash our system. Unfortunate. Let's go and clean out. I think we have quite a lot of stuff in our inventory that we don't want to have here. Stupid machines all over the place. Placed out there. So weirdo, I guess. So, we don't need, like, things that we can build that we don't use. Well, we kind of use the rotors, don't we? We kind of use those as well. We kind of use them, right? So, monster drops goes in here, right? So we have you, you. More slug. Oh, yeah, you, and you can go in here. Ammunition doesn't need to go in there. Power slugs and monster drops. Things that we basically can't craft. So that means you as well, right? Hard drive. So we now have how much power? We can have 70 more. The problem is we don't actually have much when it comes to iron nodes in the map here, which is super annoying. Here, oh, it says when. Oh, Lord, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So, normal, pure and pure. And if we search for copper, for example. There's a copper here. Impure. There is basically no good copper veins in this region, which is super frustrating. Well, you know what to do. Yep, that's right. Chop. Chop. Make sure we have enough fuel. Wait. Oh yeah, this is the node we looked at earlier. Jump. Don't disturb me while I'm hunting trees. I mean, we have 2 pure nodes here of iron. Normal. Impure, normal. Then we have one up here. So if we use these 2 miners here and set up the factory in the middle here, or maybe here, then we could reduce our that's going to be what, 120, 240 iron. This will be 120 iron bars. So that will double the iron production. Then we can just use the iron wire as cable thing. Kind of maybe think maybe that is maybe the way to go here. In here? Going down there, that's for sure. I think that is kind of what we should do. So that means we can automate the entire factory. The only thing is there any room for... Is there any limestone in that thing? Oh my gosh. No. Limestone. Let's just wait until this goes away. Normal. Here. Yeah, what do we think about this? Should we move the base out here? Then move iron in here? get something here. So that is snapping to the world grid, right? That will allow us to boost production a little bit, because now we're making like 0.3 things. Oh, I almost stepped on you. I didn't see you there, Mr. Slug. When you get coal from, and you are to steal, where are you getting coal from? And are you up to steal yet? No. No. We are still in the Stone Ages, basically. No coal here. Playing with all the max multipliers and all the random nodes. Having been using coal and steel, then probably would have had a coal power plant by now, right? So I think we'll... Excuse me. I think we'll move the base out here. I think that is kind of best. If you think about moving your base, you need to consider that, in my opinion. The thing is, we don't actually have a lot of iron on the map. We were playing with the random map, so we basically only have one pure node here, one pure node here, and one pure node out here. That is all the pure nodes we have in this entire area. Oh, is this like a breeding ground? Going to be watching these. What are they actually called? If I remember the map correctly, you move farther away from... Oh, but the nodes are randomized. So, for example, let's get a good example here. Here was iron and copper, wasn't it? Now there is normal iron, pure iron, Ethereum, and a pure coal mine. So everything is normal. And oil. I mean, I feel like oil is more abundant here in this than anything else. So I wonder if we should move base. Let's see here. So there was an iron. It was in that little ditch here, right? Yeah, here. After oil being in the grassland. That's right. Everything is randomized. Everything is randomized. So it's the new experimental branch. I'll show you. So the main menu. Sorry, my brain is a little bit A little bit slow for a human. Okay, so when you go into new game, you can go into game modes. And you can say, let's say you would like to have space elevator delivery cost. So normally it costs 50 smart plating in the beginning. But we're multiplying that with 100. So we're going to have to produce 5,000 smart plates to deliver to the space elevator. Then we can do the resource, the recipe part cost. So, for example, if you want to make one iron plate, if it costs 4 iron bars, it's now going to cost 8. And then power multiplication. So basically, if the smelter cost 5, now it's going to cost 25. 5 times 5, right? That's 25. And then you have the resource node randomization. So if you click on random, everything is going to be random. If you do basic resource rich, increase iron, coal, copper, deuterium, limestone ratio. Then you can do advanced, increase quartz, sulfur, and bauxite, sand, uranium ratio. And fossil fuel rich, increased oil, coal, and sulfur ratio. So we just have everything at random. And also the purity of the nodes, they're also random. So everything is random. Don't delete it. Don't delete it. So yeah. But we have been kind of a little bit unlucky with regards to by the way, please, there we go. You can see everything. So I think we'll move here. So that means we can pull iron from here, a pure node from here, and a pure node from here. So that is a little bit better. So that means we're going to need... Think about that. That means we're going to need 2 more smelters. Need 2 miners. So I kind of would like to try and set up the foundation before we move it. So you can see this used to be a limestone, right? Now it's a normal coal. This was supposed to be 3 pieces of iron. Now there's raw quartz here and bauxite. And this used to be a copper mine, right? Somewhere around here. No, this probably was supposed to be a copper mine. No, sorry. This was supposed to be a copper mine, right? I remember building an elevator down here. I think. So, let's grab a little. We needed iron plates for that. And we wanted to do what? Put away our biofuel. here. Leaves goes in here. Right, good. And let's you know what, we could theoretically just move the hub so we'll get waypoints. That means we're going to take all of you. This is for argument's sake. It's that way, right? I don't think they think the sink is power. Oh, it does. Right. I don't think they think the sink uses power, but it has to be hooked up. What? We did test it while we were here. It does use power. Let's see. So we had that over here. Just took one up. Doesn't show. Okay, let me go back and I'll show you. Again. Special, awesome sink. It goes to this power line here, right? So you see the maximum, this is all of our machines. This is the maximum power we use, right? If we now build a awesome sink, then hook up power to here, and then you see it uses quite a bit of power. See, it jumped up there, but it would only consume, like all the other machines, it would only work when it is active. So, for example, if this line here, if we cut those belts here, and this fills up, it will not use any power. And I'm also a little bit curious, did we drop something here since we had a full inventory? Hold up, but the awesome sink doesn't show it's running power. No, it doesn't show the numbers, which is a little bit unfortunate. Okay, so here would be a good place for our factory. So we'll set up the hub here so we can sit here and watch over the factory. Does that seem like a good idea? And then we can just pick some berries if you want. Alright, new hub. Okay, how many times have we moved this hub now? No idea. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool placement. Right. Look at that. So we're gonna need to have kind of wonder if we would like to let's see, where was it? Down here. Could we not? I did that. Can we now place that on top of it, or are we kind of overdoing it here? We're overdoing it, okay. It's just the same, isn't it? If we use a tinier foundation, that should work, right? No. I'm missing. Oh. Where's the box? Right, I'll be right back. We'll get some shenanigans. So that means we're gonna be doing an iron only factory for now. The only thing that is a little bit annoying, we're gonna have to run all the way back here to get concrete. Ooh. Is that a good thing? That means we're gonna have to run the power in both directions. Alright, I choose you. I'm doing with copper. I choose another one as well, by the way. So we need two of them. So maybe we could actually have used the other ones. How did we do the whole swooping thing? Okay. So you go that way. Just make sure we don't have any flying bits and bobs, because that's some of the worst thing that I know. And then we want to have here, so probably the smelting is going to be... No, I think we're going to have the smelting right next to the nodes. It's another like loud bang. I wonder what that is all about. It's kind of in the middle now, right? So we're going to need to split you. What is happening with this? Why is it always doing this weird thing here? And why can we see through the cracks here? That doesn't seem right. Is it better if we straight? I really don't get it. Control, that is snapping it to the grid, right? Rotate page up and down. How do we do the quick builds? No. Swooping. There we go. So weird. It's kind of like just a little. Okay, well, we're just going to have to live with that then. And then we're going to have two... smelters coming out here. Right, we'll have one more. This is a nice little starter platform. we'll have 2 smelters. So you're gonna do 120 out here. And then you're gonna be merging. 30 here, 30 here, so that is 60. So I'm gonna merge you in here. Bring that all the way up. We're gonna have to put a whole bunch of power wires. That's fine. Maybe we could do the power line thing. Power line research. Can we try and get 2 foundations? Yeah, but don't we need steel for that? You should be just above here, so if I have you here, I think it requires steel. And then you go underneath here. You now get the no, I can't find it. That's unfortunate. Have it go down here. That way. Have the splitter coming in the middle here. kind of have to do this now. Just a little OCD about this. Okay, so then we'll have one smelter here. Here. And I feel like we need to cover up this entire area now. Alright, then we need to have a merger. We could theoretically... just do this. Then we're gonna have we want to have it go zigzagging down here. That'd be also cool. Now, what kind of angle would be best? That would be the cheapest one. We kind of need to meet up here. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We kind of would like to meet these two up in some sort of glorious construction kit down here. Let's start clearing some shenanigans here. Trees, as they're also known as. And we can go home and put those in the biofuel reactor. Should still be fully operational, right? Leaves. What do we have left here? Out. Things we do to conserve power, right? So we mainly need iron plates and concrete. And now, since we used world grid as a default on both of those miners, we should be able to build foundations, have them meet each other, right? From here all the way to here. Or what do you think? Well, it's close enough, isn't it? Yep, that definitely works. Now the question is, oh, he can fit underneath here. That is perfect, right? So do we want to just bring this up here with a elevator? That's the case. Logistics. Oh, actually, we do have an elevator here. Hello, elevator. Yeah, you. Can you go up to about here or something? Do we have any way to climb these? Yeah, we have these. We can climb up on. another thing we could have done, we could have adjusted this a little bit. Now you're not in the middle of the... Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem. Sometimes death comes from above, right? Well, that's kind of what we want. Now, do we need to have these big, bulky things over here? I don't kind of think we do. I think we can manage with the lesser one, because I think that is maybe a little bit more... cheaper. Double check. I don't actually... Is it 252525? No. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll bring you out here. Right. Never gonna have to mow the lawn again. Might need more resources. Be right back. Leave no trees standing. Resources, copper. Okay, so iron plates and plates and hopefully we have had more luck with the concrete. Oh, it is work in progress, I guess we can call it. Work in progress. Excuse me, I'm going that way. See, so many trees. Needs to be burnt. Need to burn all the trees. We're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Yes. I think we also gonna need to remove you. So you're gonna be acting weirdly. We can fill in a couple of things. We might have to remove you as well. Excuse me, little iron ore. Get in the way. Okay, well, that is as far as we got. So what do we have left here? We have... we don't need the copper ore. We don't need the iron ore. And then we're going to need to have... So this is 60 iron ore. And then we could theoretically merge these together. And you know what? If we were a little bit smart, since this one is coming out here. Remove this. Merger here. Ready for you. And ready for you. Now. Like so. And... like to have the other one. I think that angle 45-degree angle is a little bit too steep. That's a little bit too steep. That is kind of more aligned, isn't it? Okay, so now we just need to figure out, do we want to have... Oh, we need more stuff. I wonder if we should take you away and get a... Excuse me. Something like that. Don't need more than that here, do we? Oops. Maybe. Definitely need something underneath here and get like a proper fixture in the ground. I think that would make it look a little bit better. So how do I get more concrete? Concrete, right? Yeah, mainly. Only 95. Well, I guess that's what we have. I swear these trees are regrowing. Leaves. Slow in your action there, Mr. Beast. Okay, so let's say we have the factory start here. So we're gonna have 8. Oh man. 30 plus 30, 60. I kind of wonder, do we want to have 2 lines or do we just want to have 1 line? I mean, here we are asking all the important questions, right? I wonder if we would like to have two lines so we don't have to upgrade to yes, we don't have to upgrade to Mark II belts. They're going to cost reinforced iron plates, and that's a pain to deal with at the moment. I do think we're going to be bringing this out a little bit more. Let's bring it out to here. Bring it out to here. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Excellent question, my friend. Okay, so we're gonna need what? We're gonna need 2 assemblers. Sorry, 3 assemblers. And I'm not quite sure if we would like to make this a so you're going to be making so if we make a full one with, so we have 120, right? 120 minus 25, right? And minus 30 minus 60. That means we only have 5 left for the iron screws. Do we want to make an entire... Do we want to make an entire... Where should we get those? Okay, so... Plates, rods, and... Plates. I mean, you can just go straight in here. That is it. That's 60, right? That is 60, so... Complicated business. So 60, 90, plus 25, and then the next is just going to be iron wires. And we're only going to be using 5 iron wires. Perfect. 5 iron ingots. So we're going to be making 4.5 iron wires per minute. Not a lot, but that's what we got. That's basically how it goes, right? Another thing, we probably don't have much when it comes to... comes to power, I think we'll run the power here. Where is you? You're gonna click through anything weird? You are. Don't like clipping, so we'll try to avoid that if possible. Okay, you're set to iron. And you're set to iron, okay. So this little setup here is going to cost us 65. So if we multiply that over there, that is 65 plus 65, that's 120, that's 130. And how much is this going to cost us? So remember, now we're making a whole lot more. I think we're also going to need to get... we don't have any more. Yeah, we need more concrete. I don't think we got any logs on our journey, did we? No. We did get some leaves. like to have you coming all the way to here, and then we'll run a... So, then here, let's see how is the 145. We have 270. To be. And if I hate clicking so much. Okay, how much power are we using now? 210. So how are we gonna be? How are we gonna be affording? Yeah, how are we gonna be affording 3 assemblers as well? Now we probably don't need. Probably don't need the output to be more than that, right? So I think we'll just make a long factory instead of a wide factory. Which means... What does it mean? I think it actually means we're going to have to make it... That is the best option. So we probably would like to do something like make just like a little minibus. Then you do we want you to be climb up on this machine. So well, it'd be nice if we actually used a number 8. Then the next one here is going to be wow, that is quite what I expected would happen. Right, so that means we'll have iron plates, iron rods, screws, and wires. Should have moved all this up one. Because then we could have them be tread underneath here. Say we have the assemblers here, right? They can take things in and then go out and then up. No, that's fine, actually. Do we have enough to make an assembler? We are missing... Oh, we're missing the workers. Are we smart enough to put them in here? We're gonna need 3 assemblers. So we're just gonna have one purpose. Is to make... Oh, you know what? There are some trees here. We're probably gonna need... Probably gonna need some stuff here. Mass these, right? There it is. Well, theoretically, we are going to be doubling the production that we are currently doing. I think. How are you doing? Lovely. Logs, we got some of them, right? Leaves. What was it we needed? We needed rotors, and we're probably also going to need more out of this. After this, right? Need wires and screws and plates we need to make the thingy. Oh, that's right. The hub is not here anymore. Should be over here. Come on. Yep. Okay, good. Alright, we needed a couple of these. That means we could theoretically take away at least this layer here, right? I need 3 assemblers. So we could either do... Yeah, how do I want to do this? Do we want to have... This is probably the easiest way of doing it. So let's go down to... This is not correct, right? I'm starting to remember that. So that was 10. 10 has... Each level has 2. So you see, this costs 10, this costs 10, this costs 12. So I think it's the highest 8. Yeah, that looks a little bit more correct. Highest 8. Then you're gonna be... you're gonna be doing... Man, we could actually have done this. No, because we are making so few of them. I think we'll do the regular one. So you're gonna be making iron plates. You're definitely not gonna get that many per minute. And then you gonna get so that was a high 8, and then this is gonna be a high 10. Little kink. What? Okay, is that good? So there we go, the start of something great. I do think we'll move these away. We're gonna need to have one here just so it looks like it is kind of supported. Right. So it looks like it. Okay, so then you are iron plates. You don't have enough, and then you're going to be rotors, right? So you're gonna take in... Ideally, it would have been nice if we could have started this. It's acceptable. Okay, so if we turn you off and you off, how much power are we consuming? 210. Okay, and we're gonna have to nerf this quite significantly because we are only gonna be making how many screws? Things for certain, you're going to be making iron plates. $50 screws. So we kind of don't want to use more than 25 each. 1.5 maybe. 1.2. 1.3 is too much, right? 1.25. There we go. And you. I'm just going to get you all the way down to 25. That means we're using all the screws. Okay, so we're using all the screws and we only need to use 10 rods per second. You update? Oh, no. I'm looking at the wrong thing. We need no, you need to max. Screws. Yeah, you're just gonna need 10. 10 per minute. Wait, weren't you supposed to be 30 screws? Aren't you supposed to be 25? 1.525? 1.5? So we kind of would like to, if we come to this point here where we can't get it quite right, we'll kind of go underneath it. So using 5 iron rods, 12.48. Eight. Oh, sorry, that was plates. Iron plates. I mean, we could just crack it up and then store the extras. We kind of would like to limit it to 25 on each. Okay, so that means we are now up to 210. Oh, that's not correct. Way too much. Thing is, we're gonna be 30, 30. So one entire line is going to go in here, and then we're going to be using 25 iron here. $30 iron here, and then 5 iron here. Okay, how much are we using now? Still 360. Okay, so still 360. We haven't even had the third one here, which was supposed to be the smart plating. Kinda don't. So you're gonna need 5 iron rods. We're just gonna have to do that. 5 iron rods. Iron plates. $12.48. Okay, so how much are we using with iron? to look at. So we're using 37 point what? 44 plus 25 plus 10 plus 5. So we're only using 77.44. Now we're using maximum 400. So that is way over the target. And you're going to be producing smart plating. So how many are you producing? 0.5. You don't need to use more than 0.5. Does it not calculate? Just turn you completely off. Why are they not, why are they not, Ow, Kasky, that's my arms. That's a scratching post. I don't know, Kasky. Why are this not updating? Should be making on the thing. So here it says what? 45.80. If I bring you up now. This should have been... This should have been adjusted, right? Thing. Oh, we have I still feel this is not correct. Everything's connected here, right? Just waiting for the iron. There we go. Iron plates. Plates and screws. Going to be screws and iron rods, and also up here. getting any? And hmm? That's wrong. So you're making things now, right? I mean, theoretically, we could have just removed that one and put this one in front here. Like so, if we wanted to. We'll kind of wait in between these two. Well, let's do it like this. I think it doesn't matter, right? And yeah, power grid, that's kind of where our problems are, right? Because we are currently having a max production of 300. I really don't get how they get that number. Shouldn't this all be updated? So we're using 2.4 megawatts here, 4 point something here. 20 megawatts here. Yeah, that makes sense, right? And here we should be only using 12.4. I think we'll do here is make a splitter here and a merger. No, that's not going to help. So we want you to have we do it again? Is that even possible? So what does the power line say now? 274. Are you for real? $270. What was that I said? Oh, then again, you're just gonna use 37. 37.44. Divide that by 2. So let's go and roll the smelting thing here then. I think this into 2. And I would like to have everything just match up. And it's going to be... I kind of don't want to make more than... Oh, hello! Just doing... just dropping in. So, hola! Hope everything is going well. It is, it is. Same to you, same to you. Let's see, I'm doing a little bit of mathematics here. 74.88. There we go. Let's get a proper shield wall in. In there. Just fully defensive. There we go. Thank you for 62 months. Much appreciated. Something. Oh, Pepsi. Pepsi Max. You know what they say? That's right, Pepsi Max. Glow in the dark. Should I try and turn it on and off again? That was the clock. The other thing. Cheers. There we go. Much appreciated. So, that means we are now... I never did this, did I? 70... 8. So then we should have the correct numbers here, right? We don't overspend on electricity. It's expensive nowadays, right? We don't need to have any knees underneath here, do we? Okay, so question now is, do we use up all of this iron? So yeah, we are using up all of that iron. You're getting everything except for the rotors. Wait. We're making rotors? Bringing them out. What's happening up here? Well, we're making them very, very slowly. Half a rotor per minute. Wait, half a rotor per minute. Yeah, that makes sense, right? And how is our electricity looking now? 244.2. And you're making... Let's see here. 0.5 per minute. Per minute. It's a little bit frustrating, but okay. Means we could theoretically also start thinking about where we want to have our big box of stuff. This guy here. I'm flying! Do we have inventory space to handle all that? Should be. Right. A little bit bouncy, that's okay. It's not part of the charm. So where do we want to have our new space elevator? I mean, it fits in here. just doesn't know it yet. I mean, these machines. I mean, there is a reason why there is a ladder on them, I would imagine. It's nice when you can just put a space elevator in your pocket. Kind of. Yeah, just have a space elevator in your pocket, or you're just happy to see me. Sadly, it's just a space elevator. Okay, so again, we kind of want to now, yeah, look at that. Now we're just using 147. Maybe it just takes a while for it to get the memo. Initially have done this a little bit different. We should have had a box in between here. But maybe we can do that next time. So it will kind of bulk up here. So instead of it bulking up, it will go into a box. That means we're going to have a box here, a box here. That's ideal. Yeah, I mean, we might want to look at doing it a little bit differently, but for now it's okay. So let's go and tear down the other stuff. We have a little bit of stuff we can tear down. So let's double check again here. What do you say? 174. And we kind of would like to have this fully operational, right? You. I want you to be fully operational. Take you away. Take you away. There wasn't very much resources we got out of that. wanted to happen. I think we'll go on with that. We probably would like to move our biofuel generator as well. So let's just put in storage boxes here. So we're gonna need one for iron plates, rods. Reason why you don't want to be placed there. Okay, place the other ones there. Strange. Iron plates. Iron rods. Screws, wires, motors, and reinforced iron plates. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is on top? Routers are on top. Reinforced iron plates, and then wires, and then iron rods, and screws, and iron plates. Right. We'll make some sort of system out of that later. I think. Install my momentum here, so it's Cough. Tried to mute, but for some reason it doesn't mute when I hold down control key. It's just weird. Or is it a shift key maybe? Why do we have keys in here? I don't know. Maybe I can just bring you with me. We're going to be bringing all of these with us. Always nice to have. And we're just going to be dropping off all of the copper ore. don't go anywhere. We have some leaves and some logs we can throw away. Logs. Leaves. Okay, that is basically our entire production put on, I almost said put on hold, but it's put on foundations. The only problem is we have to run all the way over here to get to refill our biofuel for now. That is probably okay. Probably okay. And I would like to also have that probably means that we're gonna have to pull this entire thing out a couple of foundations so we can make room for the foundation. Basically, so we can have all the produce have a upkeep. So that means that these are still going to be fully operational, and it will just fill up. And if we take up all in the boxes here, then they still will have items here. If we have them on the end. Say we have them on the end here, we take all the screws out of here, then this will not run at 100% capacity, because then they will go here and split up 50-50. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out a solution to it. I might be back a little bit later today. Maybe, we'll see. I mean, it is the weekend. So, and it's also very early. But I basically have to go and get some breakfast before I can collapse here. And then we'll continue and improve this system here. It is very compact the way we have it now, which is nice. I think, at least. Thing we could have done, we could have, before we call it a day, we could try and realign our hub a little bit. Let's make sure of course we have a whole bunch of junk in here. So maybe the hub is just going to be here for a while. So yeah, I think that is going to be it for today. Let's we go up here. Let's just have a little nice little aerial view of the base. Don't start this flying machine. There we go. Look at that. So yeah, until next time, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, would you kindly click that like button? There should be a subscribe button in the comment section. All the good stuff you can find underneath the video, and all interactions they go far helping us fight that pesky YouTube algorithm. And again, thank you for 62 months as a member of the tribe. And yeah, until next time, take care and keep smiling.